niggas hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Pushing through the contact. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
There we go. Line in. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. Crush. 26.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd
Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill.
Prescott to throw it. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Cooper was the target there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, and they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones, and Tate's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones. The tight end, Rhett Ellison, with it. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jones now operating from the gun. Caught by Montgomery. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This one from 46 yards out. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Completes it to Jason Witten. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott finding Witten, and they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Cooper's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. 26. Man up, defense. We're going to 53. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Right there. 54, right there. Right there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You can't stop me.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch it.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Airing it deep for Garcon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle of Amari Cooper, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Running with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Now Austin. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They go to Elliott again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We got this.
A first down carry by Elliott. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
go. Go right in. All day, baby. All day. All day. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This little short throw to Witten, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swain, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Ellison. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Jones now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Jalen Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, this is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, historically, Jason Witten, he's kind of saved his best for the New York Giants. In fact, the top 2 games statistically that he's had in his career were both against the Giants. 2012, 18 catches, 167 yards, and those 18 catches still the most ever by a tight end in a single game. He also had a 14-catch, 156-yard performance against the Giants back in 2009. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott on first down. This little short throw to Witten. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation. Throw the football, swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, D.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 1-yard line.
clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Again, it's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Maher is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
54's Mike. Bravo. Check, watch 54. Watch 54.
Jones throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. And that's incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Manning. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Result of the play is a
46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. On first down, Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A good pickup there at 22. Manning now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing here, Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like the adopter what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of it?
Oh, Prescott stripped. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will get the lead up.
Obviously, a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So, while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back on. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Cowboys, that'll be a happy locker room as they start.